so this is our rumble for the #1 contendership to our heavyweight title. So introducing first, he is none other than, he has an army, it is Rossi Rascal!
Ladies and gentlemen, our first entrance into the #1 Contenders Rumble is our most recent #1 contender. That's right, it's your favourite, my favourite, the leader of the Rascal Army. Rossi Rascal is the first entrant into the #1 Contenders Rumble to see who will face Auguste Artois in November and potentially end the year as the target heavyweight champion. Rossi Rascal obviously was defeated under suspicious circumstances by Auguste Artois at his last #1 contenders opportunity, which was 2 months ago here in Box Arena. Rossi Rascal has his work out for him this evening, as he's got at least, I believe, 20 competitors that he'll be up against this evening, or another 19 competitors he'll be facing this evening here as a part of the Rumble. Box Arena is more than excited to get this contest started, and let's see who Rossi Rascal will be up against as the #2 entrant of the Rumble is about to make their way into the #1 Contenders Rumble.
Introducing our slot #2, Roy Story!
He's the man I love to hate, and in that I mean I hate him. It is none other than the so-called self-proclaimed personification of greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Very good, thank you very much. You're doing a great job this evening, Yarn, mate, as always. Doing a good one. I'm enjoying it. It's a good contest this evening. It'll be an interesting Rumble matchup that we have. I have a Yarn to my right, as he's got a hellacious job in front of him this evening, introducing all the entrances into the Rumble contest. I believe at least 20 entries. And the #2 entry this evening is none other than the self-proclaimed personification of greatness, Roy Story, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Golden Age, one half of the Story Dynasty. Roy Story makes his way to the ring. It will be Roy Story and Rossi Rascal kicking off this Rumble, a repeat of the high-octane feud that we had dominating 2023 before Roy Story. I can't wait for this Rumble contest to get started this evening. It's going to be a fantastic event. Roy Story and...
Ladies and gentlemen, it can only be won by throwing your opponents over the top rope. Are you ready?
All of our referees are out at ringside to see whose feet will touch the floor first. Both feet need to touch the floor as you've been thrown over the top rope in order for you to be eliminated. A repeat of the high-octane feud that dominated 2023 unfolds in front of us as finally Roy Story goes up against Rossi Rascal, who almost has an early night. Has to fight his way back into the ring and athletically does so. Shoots off the ropes, Story misses wildly, and Rascal takes him down. And if Rascal might try and eliminate Story early here, runs in with the European style uppercut. Reversal from Story, nice stuff. Athleticism though is fantastic from Rossi Rascal. Look at that athleticism. Always impressive from the leader of the Rascal Army. Big knee to the midsection, and now maybe he'll look to try and send Roy Story over the top rope as we get to find out who is entrant #3. Roy Story needs It's exactly what Roy Story needed. Another member of the Golden Age, and all of a sudden the tables have just turned dramatically on Rossi Rascal, as now 2 members of the Golden Age have entered the contest. And if these 2 can team up, they might be able to work their way through the Rumble and fight it out at the end. as what is going on here. I believe Charlie Anderson literally just used the concrete head, or heed as we like to say around here, of Roy Story. And now the Golden Age are just dominating Rossi Rascal. They want to go for an elimination. That would be a hell of a feather in the cap of the Golden Age if they can dispose of Rossi Rascal in the early stages. And now it's Rascal that needs a partner. It's Rascal who needs an ally because he's up on that top rope. It's one half of Raven Rampage, a former Target Tag Team Champion in his own right. It is Tommy James on his way to the ring, and he's entered this one quite quickly. Eat that, Charlie Anderson's. And now with Tommy James, centre of the ring, members of the Golden Age either side. You're going to love the Raven Rampage, one half of the Raven Rampage in the ring, and we might see the other half enter this Rumble. That's exactly what our party boy here, Tommy James, would like to see. As the Golden Age fold in an unfortunate position. Basement DDT applied by the party boy, Tommy James. And like that, this Rumble is filling up with bodies. Rascal looks to send Story over the top rope. And Anderson's in a bad position as well. We've got another member of the Golden Age, and once again the scales have tipped in their favour as Kenzie's Story sets about on Tommy James, shoots him off the ropes. Roy Story's done well to fight back against Rascal, but in the meantime, centre of the ring, Story takes down Tommy James. We've got 5 entrances in the Rumble, 0 eliminations so far in the contest. And the Golden Age are almost at full force as Kenzie's Story gets powered in or slingshot into Rossi Rascal in rather unorthodox fashion. And now Golden Age with the number advantage. Kenzie's Story and Rossi Rascal are no strangers to each other, as no way Kenzie's Story tries to go for the judo throw on the judo throw master, and he's having absolutely none of it. And Roy Story defends his sister. The Golden Age though are trying. They've got the advantage on Rascal as we finally get entrance number 6. Mark Connors is a member of Rascal's Academy, trained under the tutelage of Rossi Rascal. He's making his Box Arena debut here this evening. Mark Connors, let's see if he can go from a nobody to a Target Wrestling Champion #1 contender. What a fantastic story that would be, as Rossi Rascal goes straight for his student Sling Blade. And Mark Connors is fired up to be part of the #1 Contenders Rumble. Of course, the winner of this contest will go on to face August Artois next month, and that Sling Blade cleans as clean connection as you like. Meanwhile, though, it looks like party boy Tommy James is desperate to hang in on the outside of the ring as the Golden Age have tried to eliminate him. All 3 members of the Golden Age fighting Tommy James.
Coming out next is
It's another young man making his Box Arena debut. Theo Sky, the high flyer, goes flying in and takes out Story unorthodoxly. Making his Box Arena debut. The Golden Age now though look to take advantage after that slight mishap by the overexcitable young man. As Rossi Rascal has been piled up in the corner, there's action happening on all sides of things as Theo Sky could be having a very early night there. He's on the apron, he needs to fight out of it if he wants to be involved in this contest. He's barely done anything so far and he's fighting back to stay in the Rumble as the bodies are piling up here. It's Theo Sky swiping away and destroying Kenzie's Story. There's action on all sides here of the ring here at Target. And the the Golden Age are in full force in the Rumble, and if they can get their act together here, there is a huge opportunity for the Golden Age to become #1 contenders in the Rumble. So far, nobody eliminated. As you look at that, Mark Connors goes flying in off the top ropes. Great athleticism. There is action happening all over the ring. It's hard to keep up with the contest as the Golden Age members, Charlie Anderson and Ewan the Butler, are setting on Theo Sky in the corner. Meanwhile, we've got Roy Story forming an alliance with Mark Connors. And as they double teaming on Rossi Rascal, Mark Connors with good athleticism there. Just goes through the second rope, nothing to worry about for Connors, but we'll see how long that allyship continues to go on for. Tommy James doing well against Kenzie Story in the meantime, looking for the elimination. And we've just seen him attacked by the Golden Age for, so far we don't know what reason, but EJ Reaver instantly has an opportunity to get revenge on the Golden Age, and he's fired up, takes out Kenzie Story, takes out Ewan the Butler, takes out Roy Story, and Charlie Anderson is up on that second rope, but Ewan the Butler grabs the leg and Anderson takes them down, and the numbers game of the Golden Age is going to have an impact on this Rumble contest. There are all 4 members of the Golden Age in this Rumble. So far there has been no eliminations, but if the Golden Age can get their act together here and start eliminating people quickly, they could easily see the advantage and the scale just tip right in their direction, and one of them could be a #1 contender for the Target Heavyweight Championship as EJ Reaver's sent to the outside, and that's the first elimination. The first elimination of this evening is a continuation of what happened in the last match as EJ Reaver suffers at the hands of the Golden Age. Who's next into the Rumble contest?
Coming out next,
it's none other than the Purple Panther himself, Ben Rogers, making his way into the Target #1 Contenders Rumble. And that right there, that's my new favourite. That's my new favourite. The Purple Panther looks high. The Apex Predator comes crashing down on 2 members of the Golden Age, and Ben Rogers is fired up to be back in Box Arena as he looks to eliminate 2 members of the Golden Age. Ewan the Butler and Roy Story have been eliminated by Ben Rogers, who swings round the mountains with Charlie Anderson. Good night, Anderson. Oh my God, Mark Connors, it's just, oh no. Ben Rogers stays in the contest. Mark Connors thinks he's got rid of him, and he just comes lumping into the ring. The new favourite for me is Ben Rogers right now. And who's going to be added to this contest? The Cumbrian Man Savage, Aidan Milburn, enters the #1 Contenders Rumble. A former tag team champion, Aidan Milburn, goes after the biggest man in the ring right now, Ben Rogers. The Purple Panther eats a number of elbows as Aidan Milburn sends him off the ropes. He misses wildly, but look at the strength of the Cumbrian Beast. Aidan Milburn right on the bullseye, powers down the Purple Panther, Ben Rogers. And once again, the bodies are piling up in the ring of this Rumble. We finally had a few eliminations. We know EJ Reaver's not going to be a #1 contender. We know Roy Story is not going to be a #1 contender. Rossi Rascal is close to being eliminated though here by Aidan Milburn. And I think there's members of the Rascal Army helping Rossi Rascal in the ring. I'm not sure how that legal there is. And his tag team partner, Tommy James, is actually still in the contest, and now the full partnership of Raven Rampage are in the ring. As he takes down Aidan Milburn, Jamie Creek is showing he's got what it takes to potentially be a #1 contender and face off against August Artois in November. Meanwhile, my favourite, Ben Rogers, is clinging on for dear life on the ring apron. Theo Sky is being set about by the Golden Age, and Raven Rampage are looking to eliminate Aidan Milburn. For some reason, Kenzie Story makes the defence, and Creek, Raven Rampage might lie wait to Kenzie Story in a double story time. No, wait, Raven Rampage have lifted Story onto the apron, and now Raven Rampage have eliminated Kenzie Story.
Kenzie Story has been eliminated.
Kenzie Story is out the Rumble. Her opportunity to be a #1 contender is over. And there's only one member of the Golden Age left in this contest, and his name's Charlie Anderson. He's already had a match this evening, so we'll see how much he's got left in the locker. Bomber Quinn making his Box Arena debut. I did see him at MegaCon recently, where he took part in the MegaCon tournament. He put in a great showing against Medallion. He's a powerhouse wrestler, and there's a good chance that he's got a great opportunity to win this one. He's going to be one of the biggest men in this Rumble. It's going to be difficult to get the big man up and over that top rope, so we'll see how his evening goes, as he's just laid weight to almost everybody.
Him and Johnny Prophet in Adam, mate.
Really, Johnny, a dominant performance. Jan's just telling me in Annan, if you can check out that show that's on our YouTube channel, that Bomber put in a hellacious performance with his tag team partner Johnny Prophet, who we saw earlier on this evening trying to interfere in Damon Havoc's tag match. Damon Havoc still coming out on top of that contest and claiming tag team gold this evening. Meanwhile in the Rumble, it's time for another entrant.
Number 14 is Johnny Prophet.
And Johnny Prophet is in no rush to get involved.
Don't pay attention to what's in the ring, pay attention to me. Now please be
Always my mind.
the prophecy that's spoken, and I'm about to make this right.
Johnny Prophet has spoken, and what is he about to do here? His tag team partner Bomber Quinn is in the ring. Theo Sky, the victim.
Got his book. Shall I burn it?
Have a look what's inside, see what it says.
I'm scared to look at that.
And we dare not open the book that Johnny Prophet's left on our table. We're not pure enough to read the prophecies of Johnny Prophet, and him and his tag team partner have set about punishing Theo Sky. Meanwhile in the other corner, one half of Raven Rampage is suffering under the boot of Aidan Milburn. Now, never before in Target Wrestling history have we had somebody hold the High Octane Championship at the same time of holding the Target Heavyweight Championship, but Logan Reed has an opportunity to do that, or at least go a long way to do that, if he can somehow find a way to win here in this Rumble contest. We've had an elimination there. It's Theo Sky's been eliminated. There's action happening all over the ring, and Bomber and Johnny Prophet are happy with themselves. Meanwhile, Aidan Milburn and Jamie Creek are fighting at it. That is a tag team feud waiting to happen whenever we get to see Mark Hendry return to a Target Wrestling ring as one half of the Forsaken. But for now, Aidan Milburn is teaming up with Bomber Quinn. And we're going through these entrances.
Number 16 is
Martin Kirby will not be happy after losing the Target Tag Team Championships earlier on this evening, but this is a fantastic opportunity for him to make up for that, to become the #1 contender against August Artois. What a match that could potentially be, seeing Martin Kirby go 1-on-1 with August Artois. Meanwhile, my favourite Ben Rogers swings at Kirby, and Kirby connects sweetly. Come on, my Purple Panther friend, let's do this. No, he's been cut down by Kirby. Still my favourite Ben Rogers for this #1 contenders contest. Action in the corner sees Mark Connors teaming up with Martin Kirby temporarily, as Kirby will disuse anyone for his advantage. He's piled up Rossi Rascal and Connors in the corner and has gone to work on both of them. Meanwhile in the opposite corner, Ben Rogers is eating right after right from our teenage sensation Logan Reed. There's unfortunate alliances happening all over the ring right now, as there's many bodies in the ring. Anderson's playing on the outside. Now Damon Havoc enters the contest, but if you notice now, you can see Charlie Anderson just hanging on the outside of the apron. He's playing possum, he's staying out of anything, or at least that was a tactic that was working for him for a long time. And what that was so quick. That was so quick. What just happened?
Johnny Prophet, I don't know where, who.
So, that was so quick, but Johnny Prophet's been eliminated, and Bomber is up against Havoc. Havoc now a tag team champion, of course, after winning the gold with Lucas Alexander earlier on this evening, a new tag team champion. But look, Anderson here on the bottom in the corner is just hanging in, and Tommy James tries to do the elimination, but Anderson's got the ankle, and he's twisting the ankle.
Number 18, he is
Oh my God, he said he was going to be here, and he is. Medallion has once again returned. He's reinstated officially, and he's allowed to be in Box Arena after defeating Charlie Anderson, who, by the way, is still in the contest, and he's just hanging on for dear life in the bottom corner as he's being dragged out the corner by Anderson. You might see a wishbone for Creek and Havoc. Oh my God, you hate to see it. Oh, but I couldn't think of anyone that deserves it more. I really couldn't. A wishbone delivered to Anderson. And now Medallion about to enter the Rumble, but he's in no rush. He's methodical, tactical. In the Rumble, you don't need to rush, but he is now in the ring. There's many bodies in the ring, probably about 10 bodies still in this Rumble as Medallion sets about punishing Milburn with right after right. What are we about to see in the contest next?
He's your boss, he's my boss, he's everybody's boss, Ben Greenslade!
The CEO of Box Arena, Ben Greenslade, has put the gloves back on because he wants to go one-on-one with Medallion once again. The uneasy alliance didn't last long between Greenslade and Medallion, who Medallion has gone under the bottom rope to attack Greenslade. Greenslade still hasn't officially entered the Rumble. Greenslade has not entered the Rumble yet, and they're going for a walk into the back area, it seems. Medallion and Greenslade into the crowd, actually, of Box Arena. And if you say you don't get your money's worth, I know you're a liar, because these lads do the rounds. They definitely do. Medallion, it's difficult to see exactly what's going on with all the bodies in the ring in the way, but Medallion is fighting Greenslade out into the crowd. Still, neither man eliminated from the Rumble. Currently 12 members of the Rumble. Medallion and Greenslade are fighting in the back at the bar area, and they seem to be falling into that VIP section. The fight continues in the crowd, but meanwhile the Rumble in the ring, the bodies are piling up, and we've been introduced to once again Fraser Gervin, who put on a great effort in the tag team contest earlier on, but couldn't come up with the goods for Martin Kirby to retain that gold. There's action literally happening all over Box Arena. There's Greenslade and Medallion that are fighting in the back. There's a Rumble happening in the Rumble, and we've had another elimination, and look out! Garvin's been eliminated as well. Fraser Garvin's just been eliminated by Rossi Rascal. It's unbelievable. It's happening thick and fast now. As Jamie Creek might have just... Jamie Creek's been eliminated. Jamie Creek's been eliminated, and so's Aidan Milburn. Jamie Creek took out Aidan Milburn to help his tag team partner Toppy James after he was thrown out of the ring. The fight has continued on the outside as one half of the Forsaken is literally just beating up to Jamie Creek, and there's been another elimination. I believe it's Mark Connors. Great debut for him. Unlucky in the end as Martin Kirby eliminates Logan Reed.
Logan Reed has been eliminated!
Aidan Milburn has a sledgehammer. Why has Aidan Milburn got a sledgehammer? Where did it come from? Where's Medallion? Where's Ben Greenslade? What is going on? Anything can happen in a Rumble, and Aidan Milburn has quite literally pulled a sledgehammer out of his box of tricks. But meanwhile, Medallion and Greenslade have made their way back into Box Arena. I don't know exactly where they've been, but they're almost back in the ring. Remember, neither man have been eliminated. They've just gone for a fight. That's both members of Raven Rampage out of the ring, and we're finally starting to get down to our few competitors left in this Rumble. We've got Kirby, Havoc, we've got Bomber, and what a debut this would be for Bomber if he can become a #1 contender for the Target Heavyweight Championship. We've got Rossi Rascal, and of course we've got Charlie Anderson. Don't forget that with Ben Greenslade and Medallion have been fighting on the outside. Neither man is actually eliminated. They are still part of the Rumble, and Bomber's been eliminated. Bomber Quinn's been eliminated, unbelievably so. My favourite's been eliminated somewhere along the way as well, Ben Rogers. So I need to pick a new one, and I like Havoc, and Havoc is going after Johnny Prophet, and Martin Kirby takes advantage this time.
David Havoc has
Martin Kirby takes advantage of the distraction from Johnny Prophet, which he wasn't able to do earlier. Oh, Anderson's been eliminated. We are down to our final 4 competitors in the #1 Contenders Rumble. Greenslade, Medallion are finally in the ring as Medallion forces Greenslade over that top rope. Greenslade's hanging on for dear life, but he's been eliminated. Martin Kirby with a huge low blow. Look at the legs buckle underneath Medallion. Greenslade's beside himself. Rossi Rascal looks to eliminate Martin Kirby now. Rascal with Kirby up on his shoulders. There's only 3 men left in this contest, and Kirby delivers another low blow.
Dirty tactics.
Disgusting tactics from Martin Kirby, but the wily veteran has it in the locker and he's eliminated Rossi Rascal. We are down to our final 2 competitors. One of these men will face August Artois in November for the Target Heavyweight Championship, but who will it be? Will it be Medallion or Martin Kirby? Medallion still feeling the effects of the low blow from Martin Kirby just a few seconds ago, but he's reversed it and it's Medallion! Medallion is the new #1 contender, and he will face August Artois in November for the Target Heavyweight Championship. Rossi Rascal and Martin Kirby are arguing until the end, but the winner here this evening is none other than our resident man monster. Medallion becomes the #1 contender, and he'll be facing August Artois come November, so don't forget to get tickets for that show. It's going to be a fantastic contest between Medallion and August Artois. It's got a headline at a November show, so get tickets. The ticket link will be in the description just below this video. Do not miss out. It's probably going to be a sellout. It's our last show of the year. It's been a fantastic show. Who would have thought Medallion was going to win it in the end? I don't know. Jan was here for a bit. What a great night we've had, guys. Please don't forget to click that like button, thumbs up, subscribe, notification bell, all those important things. It goes a long way to helping the channel. Thank you very much. Don't forget all that, and bye for now.